Let's fucking go. We about to go big. Kill him with the prize pig. Let's fucking go. We whoop a bookie's ass. Ah, this is just kidding. About to go big. Kill him with the prize pig. About to go big. Kill him with the prize pig. 24/7 researching, it's all a fantasy. But if I make the right plays, it pays automatic. Bankroll showing that I know it, dope strategy. On a winning streak, I'm stacking a dose and the bookies all get mad at me. Confident with power plays, not clicking on a flex today. All I see is green and we all about to get paid. Arrogant shots on the stream, they be killing it. Never gonna stop it, the like if you feeling it. Picking the players, they all never time. You can't make up your mind and just go with your gut. Looked around, we found a glitch. No toast allowed, just supposed to live. Sophia's fine, sat to his stick, and Caitlin Clark just doesn't miss. Win, lose, or draw, we never quit. When we shoot the ball, it's another switch. Submit the link, it'll make you rich, and we going big. Don't be a bitch. Let's fucking go. We about to go big. Kill him with the prize pig. Let's fucking go. We whoop a bookie's ass. Ah, this is just kidding. About to go big. Kill him with the prize pig. About to go big. Kill him with the prize pigs. We about to go big. We about to go big.
Just cash.
About to go big. Kill him with the prize pig. About to go big. Kill him with the prize pigs.
Yo, yo, yo. What's up? What's up? Welcome back. What's going on, fam? You already know what time it is. It is Just Cash. Coming at you on a Friday afternoon. Oh man, we got some things to talk about. A couple news, notes, and all that good stuff. A little update with Prizepicks too. Boo. And as always, hanging out with Underrated. What's going on, man? How are you?
Hating Prizepicks with you.
Yeah. Yep.
They ruined people's Fridays. It's supposed to be thank goodness it's Friday, and look what they do, bro. Look what they do to us, man.
I know, man. They took away the Flex Friday. Now we got some Boosted Friday. Not excited about it at all. I'll be honest. You know, that was by and large the main reason I was playing over there on Fridays to begin with, but we'll see. I know there's a pretty big outcry about that. People were not happy to see that, especially with that they gave us a protected thing yesterday, but it was it had a hard limit on, I mean, it seemed like for basically every single person, so definitely not the same thing, not the same vibes, but we'll see if they get enough backlash for that to change around next week. But before we hop into it, if you guys do us a huge favor, as always, make sure and hit that like button down below. Help us grow the channel, fight the algorithm, and make sure to turn on those noties. Hit that sub button so you don't miss out whenever we do go live. And then last but not least, check out Discord. It's going to be down below in the description. Still running a 7-day free trial for that, so come in, stop by, say what's up, and come win some cash.
Yay!
All right. Well, we got another 3-game slate today. Kind of a weird one. You know, I wasn't super enamored with yesterday's slate, and it ended up being kind of a weird one overall. Had a few injuries and a few Q tags last minute rule out. Like Feezy ended up sitting. That was kind of crazy considering they pretty much hyped her up about, you know, basically she was all but ready to play up until a few minutes before lock. So a little strange there. Could see her suit up tonight, but they will also proceed with caution because Minnesota's, you know, down the stretch not really playing for a whole heck of a lot against a few of these teams, mostly just competing to stay ahead of New York as far as seeding. So keep an eye out for that. And then Copper ended up exiting early this last game. Had I think it was a knee injury, rib injury, and she's Q-tag for today as well. So both these teams on a back-to-back. We're waiting on injury news in 2 out of 3 games as well. And then the first game looks like everyone's good to go for that. Quinterly, only notable person out for Dallas. Small sample size with her being out. But yeah, man, other than that, I mean, it's going to be business as usual. Again, not super excited about this slate. I mean, we got some of our lesser in teams, more unreliable betting, if you will. Golden State, been kind of a mess on the road. Really, really good at home, kind of a mess on the road. And then Fizzy being back today, it's going to be huge news to kind of keep an eye out for, because the Minnesota players are pre-adjusted. I know we fell into the trap yesterday with Courtney Williams. Her PRA was 24.5 again. So keep an eye out for that. Man, she just wouldn't shoot the ball yesterday. Like, the RA was there all day. The shot volume, she just couldn't get anything going. And then the second half, man, she went like basically damn near 0 from the field. So unfortunate there, but this is a reasonable bounce back spot. So we'll keep an eye out for news as far as that ends. And then Odyssey Sims did get the spot start this last game, so I do expect to see her as well. Not really sure if they'll make Shea Petty, that involved as far as the rotation overall, but we'll keep an eye out for that. And then with Sophie being out, Lexi Hull probably locked for about 30 minutes a night. So keep an eye out for that. Keep an eye out for the starting 5 today. I think it's going to be pretty important. Another weird movement, Monique Billings looked like she was going to be out for a hot minute, and now she's game time decision. So a little weird midday upgrade. Could play. I'm kind of leaning towards she probably is not going to play, but with how the news has been lately, it wouldn't surprise me either. Zayna Lassini is going to be out tonight, and then we need to see if Carla is going to suit up or not. If not, they're going to be a bit shorthanded in their guard situation if she does sit. So Kate Martin, Kalia Charles, and Caitlin, Chin basically is going to be, the backup unit. So hodgepodge of players there, but you got Burton, Hayes, and I think Kate Martin will pick up most of the bulk duties there. So, yeah, man, let's talk about this slate. Was anything off the rip kind of standing out for you, or is this a little bit more wait and see?
Oh, I mean, it just feels like a normal 3-game WNBA slate with a little bit of just a little bit of frustration coming off the games last night, where it's rough when a game like the New York 15-point favorites go out there and can't get it done, and then you go to the Phoenix. Who did Phoenix play? Vegas crazy, just doing great now, right? And then there's a blowout in that game, and then if you're trying to take some overs, they don't come through, and it's kind of sad, So you sit there and go, well, what's going to happen today? I mean, it's been harder to pick what might happen. We know Burton has a lot of usage and minutes last game, so that's interesting. Courtney Williams just didn't come through with the shots, but everything was there. Like, I feel like going back to Courtney wouldn't be too bad today. And what else were you on? I forget now.
Well, we had Gabby Williams locked in yesterday at 19.5. Yeah, so Gabby, and then a little late addition with Paige, her field goal attempts.
Right. Yeah, Paige. Wow, Paige. Holy moly, Paige. 44 points in that game. That was amazing. So going back to her, I mean, it makes sense. She's just been chucking without Enrique, so I don't see why she would have less than 16. So that's kind of a cool play. But I mean, overall, I'm just feeling the vibe that you put out. Really, I just ride with whatever vibe you got. So if you're not into it, I'm not into it either. Unless some other people come with some plays that we kind of look into and we find. That's about it. I need to smoke this joint, man. Do you hear my down vibe? Hold on, I'll be right back. Fuck all that.
Oh, it's not even a down vibe. Just looking at it, from a business perspective here, just one of those days. I think keep the expectations fairly mid. This is not a slate that we're going to be making a lot of moves on, and again, with the injury news, it's kind of just holding our hands or keeping our hands tied right now. So let's talk about a couple of these plays though, because I know Paige has been kind of a fan favorite for several games now, and back issue kind of scared us off of this last game from her, but albeit, yes, she is coming off of could be one of her career high kind of performances, but the shooting volume for her is something that's been really, really consistent as far as anytime that Enrique is off the floor. So looking at a couple of the metrics here, even though the shots may or may not be converting into points, the volume has very much so been there. Back-to-back against Phoenix, I get that. They played her a little bit more of doubled and high pressure, so she wouldn't be able to kind of turn free. But this matchup, I mean, honestly, Seattle's not been good on defense. They've actually been one of the worst trending defenses in the last month right now. They're up to allowing the most points inside the paint. The second chance points have gotten a little bit better for them. But overall, field goal attempts, they've been trending back up. Now they're top 5 for that. Field goals made, opponent points allowed, still top 6 for that. So they are not playing a whole lot of defense right now. And maybe that's good. That could be enlarged to, the new personnel, the second unit. They've been running a lot more. Some of the starters not also playing full minutes has been kind of problematic. And the Seattle team's been interesting to say the least, but I do like to see that Gabby's been playing back to her normal minutes as of late. Both her and Skylar kind of hit this little lull right here. Not really playing 30 minutes, but last couple games now, really seeing the minutes kind of go back to their normal place. So 34 and 35 minutes basically the last 2 games looked really good. I know for Gabby, historically really gives Dallas the business. I mean, Dallas has been getting cooked by forwards all year. I don't know if I trust NECA necessarily. We took Hamby in the same prime matchup, and I think they're, similar styles, similar offensive prowess that they both have, but NECA a little bit harder to trust. But I do like Gabby. I mean, this is honestly just a really, really discounted line for her. Even with Sykes joining the team, I mean, she's still getting this production. So we're sweating maybe a little bit more the field goal volume overall, but I love the rebound upside, love the assist upside from her today. And with Skylar kind of being in limbo as far as the playmaking, just got to trust her a little bit more here. So 19.5 PRA, just a touch low for that. And then with Paige, I mean, pretty straightforward. Like I said, no Enrique on the floor. I mean, we're looking at 17 some change field goal attempts per game. So let me actually show you some of the conversions, though, because this has looked a little bit uglier. Now you can see takes a little bit more of a hit, not the 70% that we were having with the field goal volume, but actual conversions a little bit more steep. This volume doesn't necessarily transfer to actual points scored. And then with also losing, Quinterly, I think that helps the playmaking a little bit more so here, but still, I mean, you got some unreliable players around her as far as like converting buckets. So looking at, honestly, I think just her best line for this is going to be the field goal attempts. And you could, now that they bumped down her 3-point attempts, maybe consider that, but really, really tough matchup. Seattle's been limiting to the least amount of 3-point attempts overall, which I think works out really good for her because, I mean, she's not a 3-point shooter to begin with. So let's get her a slash on. Let's get her to that mid-range and to the free throw line a couple times here.
Coolio, bro. I like it.
Boom. And then Burton, I think for her, just being thrust into more of an active shooter style, not necessarily pass first, shoot later. We've seen the last couple games now. I mean, last 3 out of 4 games, that scoring upside's been pretty solid. We had a 30 and a 24 burger from her. So I do like that with Xana Lassini being out. That is definitely something that's going to open up the wing just a little bit more for her. And then if Carla's going to be out as well, she should just play all the minutes she can handle. So I do like to see those minutes have been back to normal too.
Can you flip to Hayes? Because Hayes out last game? She was, right? Did that help Burton that much? Or do you think... Because I think Hayes... Man, she's kind of a wild card, but her lines are pretty low, right? Today?
I mean, they are... Well, they're adjusted from the last game because she was at 20 and then 20 and a half, or 20 and a half and then 21 and a half PRA the last couple of games. But let's see, what do they have her at? Oh, yeah, even lower. Might be able to get her at 18.5. Yeah, 18.5. That's pretty low, actually.
Yeah, it's pretty wild just from one bad game. And she rested last game. It wasn't really even an injury, so you would think she's going to come in with a little bit of, just being rested and with her lower lines, it's probably a value. What are her points? Can you see her points? Are they low like the last swear? They're like 11.5 also. Yeah, that's pretty low too, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So
yeah, she's been at 11.5 for several games now.
Okay, cool. Just wanted to check those out. All right, Big Two's here.
Yo, what's up?
Big Two's
I like
pissed.
one of Hayes or Barton.
Yeah,
one of these two should have themselves a game today.
Yeah, and both could go over. You wouldn't want to play them in the same slip, but both could go over as well because they're pretty low. Big Two says money line, total, and spreads. Big Two, I know he's hurting from that blowout last night with me. Asia and AT got us, but he's back.
Yeah, you like pain, sir. You enjoy some pain.
He loves pain. He wants money lines, totals, and spreads.
Let's see.
And we're already at 25 likes. Easy. Damn. That's the one thing I will say. The people lately have been they've been good to us.
Very good. Thank you. As always, appreciated. Yeah, tonight, man, I think Phoenix, Seattle, I'll probably just leave it to that. I mean, you can get away with a 2-pick for that. And then looking for a little bit more action, I could see Vegas being able to put it down on Washington. It's going to be great points in the paint matchup for Asia.
Poor Washington. Speaking of Washington, we have our homie Van Negro Jones says, my Mystics are not trying to make the playoffs as we have 3 first-round picks coming off a draft where we had 3 first-round picks. I'm only betting Kiki rebounds for the rest of the season. Hey, I feel him.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, the coach is starting to kind of play with the minutes a little bit more. That was something that Wed had actually brought up a couple of days ago. He was like, it's definitely a dynamic shift whenever we see Citron not playing, 34 minutes a night or 35 minutes a night like she was. So that is definitely something I think very valid. They will still probably push some of the starters a fair amount of minutes, like Jade or Citron or, Kiki to some degree. But, I think for her, kind of same situation as Austin, they're going to save them up a little bit here and try and preserve that health for next season, as you will. So would not be surprised, man. Would not be surprised. I mean, this team's going to be brand new next year with all the players coming back too.
Yeah, hopefully they don't do that with Big Paige too. Start cutting her back a little bit. He says Courtney 6 assists with feedback as well. What do you think about Courtney's assists?
Yeah, honestly, I mean, it's still a pretty solid look either or. Indiana has been pretty damn good about limiting assist and playmaking for the majority of the year. Odyssey Sims being back in the mix too kind of makes it a little bit weird. Yeah, see, this is what I was thinking. The guards have not been producing assists against Indiana like at all. The most recent ones have, which is kind of strange to see, like Citron and Mabry and Sutton. But most of the season, I mean, it's been kind of tough sledding. So I like it. If Feezy plays, if she does not play, it might be a little bit more tougher on the conversions.
Courtney points. I'm just throwing that out there.
Gotta find out about Feezy.
Even if Feezy plays, right? Courtney points or no? Too scary with Feez?
Yeah, I mean, I'd be a little bit worried because it's a great points inside the paint matchup, so makes even more sense with the assist and playmaking. But yeah, she has a big noticeable difference for her field goal volume with Feezy on and off the court.
Okay. Cool. Ken's here. What's up, bro? He says, let's see if I can hit something on Coochie Ball tonight. We like that comment. Give that some extra cheers. And Jewel Lloyd is more ass than last year, Cool Ken. Just saying. You were spot on before it was really true. Limited times 10 says, let's fucking go, guys, with a bunch of S's and a fire emoji. That's what's up, bro. What's up, man? Jay James says, what's up, good, everyone? And you broke what you doing says, boo! Prize picks. Doing away with our Flex Fridays. Boo! Sorry ass prize picks, you punk. Money 2800 Brain says, what's up, everyone? Let's get ready to cash. I like the vibes in here, I must say. Blaze up all the joints, he says. Oh, hey. Music to my ears. Let me do that real quick. Q Donkey says, Collier rebounds while I blaze up this joint. E, how do you think her minutes will be? Collier rebounds. Q Donkey. Q Donkey's back, folks. He's going to be back. He's going to be with us NCAA basketball again as well. I know he is. We're going to have fun when that starts. But for today, Collier rebounds.
Yeah, they're going to be really cautious with their minutes, honestly. Like I said, sooner than later, they are kind of going to be playing for nothing. So you can see they have a 5-game lead ahead of second place. So Feezy above all, I mean, is not going to be playing any kind of, they're not going to push her. They're not going to put her in any kind of scenario right now. If anything, this is just kind of cardio and getting her ramped up and reacclimated with the team. So I'd be really cautious on chasing full game props. Now, albeit her lines are a little bit lower than usual, so I get it. But yeah, we have no idea what these minutes are going to look like unless we can get some kind of coach speak that gives us, a rough number even to go off of. I bet we're going to get something stupid like Feezy's going to be on a minutes limit tonight. It's like, well, no shit. Like, we kind of assume that. What does that look like, though?
Mm-hmm. And even when they give you a minute, I mean, you can go by it, but still sometimes they're just talking out their ass.
Right. I mean, what was... Oh, shit. I accidentally closed my prize picks. How many minutes did Angel Reese play last night? Because that was something I actually meant to go back and look at. I was like, she's on a minutes limit. Let's see how that holds out in a close game at the end. I didn't even look. Yeah, 29 minutes. Wow, that's a hell of a limit.
I had a feeling she was going to play a decent amount. Well, it kind of is for her, right? Like, she plays 35, I think she was. So it's a little limit, but damn, Angel's fucking green bars. Boy, oh boy. She has been... Man, I don't know what happened. Since the end of June, it looks like she has been actually balling. Wow, Caitlin Clark sits on the bench. The rivalry's back. And now they both suck. It's just Big Page. Fuck them all. Big Page. What are you looking at? The MP?
I'm thinking... Mm-hmm. I'm looking at Feezy. I'm thinking Feezy plays 26 minutes tonight. 26, 27 minutes tops.
Mm-hmm. And then it puts her props kind of out as far as wanting to chase something. Now, could we go for her highest number and go under her PRA or something like that? Or is that silly because it's too low?
I probably wouldn't mess with it, honestly, in this matchup. They are on the road, so, I mean, there is something to be said about that. Maybe that kind of, with the first game jitters back, if you will, could play into that, but it is a pretty scary points inside the paint matchup. I mean, Indiana's just bleeding points, so if she's on it, she's gonna be damn near unstoppable. But first game back, man, it's really, really, really tempting.
You know what we want for live betting is we want to see her get a big amount of playing time, almost like right back where she was before the injuries. That's what we want to see for live, and then we can go over her low lines in the second half. Because her PRA will be what? 14? When it's usually 16? Something like that. That might help. Oh, 14 and a half.
Yeah, she'll probably be 14-5 if we get a second half line for her.
Okay. That'll be interesting. All right, cool. Money 2800 Brain says, today we got to be very calculated. That is true, sir. That is very, very true. Derek Phil says, Page points ladder 20, 25, and 30. Derek Phil. I don't know, man. We're always under the thing of once you have your career game, the next game, it's always a little bit sketchy. But you never know. What do you think?
Yeah, no, I meant to bring that up earlier too, because I know that might put a little bit of, the reverse jinx or what have you on her to do well today. And that's also why I think for her, just going after the field goal attempts makes more sense, because even if she's going out and firing a bunch of blanks, we don't need buckets to hit. We just need the attempts to go up. So that could be something. We just have a normal game from her as far as the attempts and overall stuff. But yeah, it's definitely kind of. It's so many seasons past, man. Whenever a player's coming off an insane game, Mabry, damn, she was such a free under the last game, coming off of second season high game. She dropped 27 points, and then moving into a tough matchup. All right, this is the spot.
Mabry, wow, jeez. Dwayne Harris, he says, thanks for the stream. Thank you, Dwayne, for being here, man. It's all good. He says, do you like any Odyssey Sims props?
Oh, bro, she's super interesting. Honestly, there's a large part of me that just wants to take her under, because the points are pretty high, man. None of the previous guards that Indiana's had so far this season, none of their props have been this high. Even Sophie, her props weren't even up this high whenever she was playing really, really well. 11.5 points. That was a demon play for her. So it's a little scary because we know she can play a ton of minutes. That was something we prefaced a lot last game. She can play all the minutes in the world. Played 42 minutes. Granted, it was with overtime, but she was still playing well over 30 minutes. So I think, the minutes could be kind of a cause for a concern, but we'll be going up against the stud buds, in tandem between Courtney off of the starters and then Heidemann off the bench. So a little bit more problematic. They do size up pretty well against her, and could make things a lot more difficult. But the playmaking, I think, is something that could be fairly steady for her. So I don't know necessarily if I want to go under 4.5. The over 4.5 is also pretty appealing. But yeah, man, her scoring though, I think the 11.5 points is just a little bit too high. Because didn't she get hot from 3 last game too?
Let's look, man. Because I'm vibing with you on that for sure. Something about her is too high. It's too high. It just is.
Oh, she had 9 free throws. That's what it was.
That's what it was. That's what it is. Okay. That's yeah, man. I think you're onto something with that, to be honest. But can we go? Are we kind of scared of her assists, or can we go under her PA? If the PA line, it makes sense. What are we at? 10.5 for points, 11.5 for points, 15.5 for PA. Ooh, 16.5 on draft.
Yeah.
Points. I'm feeling you though a little bit.
It's really it's only scary if she's going to continue with this double-digit field goal volume. We always know she's a flash in the pan when she first joins onto a team, and once that part kind of moves and then the rest of the team settles in, I'm not expecting her to have double-digit. Maybe 8 to 9 field goal attempts, sure, but you got to think that this is still the same offense. It's not like anything's carved out differently. There's no way Sophie being out is going to be that detrimental, or even Ari McDonald. Neither one of them were putting up that kind of massive field goal volume. So yes, she'll soak up a little bit from Sophie there, but I'm not expecting Tiffany to take much of a backseat here to Odyssey Sims. No, that's not going to happen. And if anything, the pick and roll game should improve. So you would imagine Boston would be the next to kind of take a step forward.
And then do they sign some new guards too? To help with those minutes?
I said her name earlier.
I wonder if they play somebody else, because her getting those minutes is crazy. I feel like they probably don't want to have to do that. Oh, Shea Petty, and she was one of them.
Yeah, Petty being the main one. So,
yeah.
They are shorthanded on guards. Don't get me wrong. Well, traditional guards, we'll say that, but also having Shea Petty there is pretty huge. She can play the garbage and filler minutes, no problem.
Yeah, for those Odyssey Sims unders, we want to hope her minutes go down a little bit, I would think. But those 9 free throws that you're looking at, man, that's wild. And I'm looking at the matchup here. Obviously, they don't give up free throws at all, this team. So, that's probably not going to happen. They're good against the threes. That under might be something, man. We should look into that a little bit more. I don't know. Feels good to me. Let's see. let's move on, man. Stanley Williams says, "What up, though? What up? What up? What up? What up, though?" I swear that's every time I hear that, I think of Detroit. So maybe you're in Detroit. If you are, let us know. Money 2800 says Veronica over 3.5 free throws. Oh man, we haven't talked free throws in a long time. Those have been just so hit or miss. What do you think? I know she'll drive to the hoop, but they have Tiffany Hayes this time. Won't that be a little different than last game? That's the scary part.
Yeah, I mean, it is to some degree. I think for them, or those two, it's kind of tomato. Dude, chill. You're not my setup over. It's kind of tomato for the two of them. I mean, Burton gets somewhat of, I think kind of maybe the nod here because she's a little bit more on the defensive side. Like, she leads a team in fast breaks and any kind of forced turnovers. A pretty big majority of them from the wing come from her directly. So there's a little bit more, I think, upside for that. Plus she runs the second unit whenever Hayes sits down, first rotation too. The second quarter is a little bit more Tiff Hayes action, but down the stretch in the fourth quarter, specifically the fourth quarter, is all Burton, all free throws. Like nobody ever really gets the free throws and the icing and stuff right there. So would love to see the game be a little bit more close, but same thing we talked about the other day. I mean, Phoenix is they've been top 5 in free throws allowed for a minute now, so it makes sense. Just need the game to be close.
Yeah, and Phoenix might come in angry from that, getting their ass whooped yesterday. We shall watch it. But yeah, man, the Burton fourth quarter over hit no problem last time, and I think that's been hitting. So we'll look at that again. If the game's close, like you said, maybe we'll play some Burton fourth quarters. And he says Veronica gets to the basket like a champ. She steady draws fouls. I bet she has in first half. Yeah, man, Veronica's been a beast. Q Donkey says, "Yes, sir, we are back." Q Donkey, he's back. Let's go. Then Negro Jones says, "Blazing as soon as the stream ends." LOL. Yay, we got smokers in here. I don't feel alone. He doesn't feel alone. Great, guys. Q Donkey says, "Whole PR." Ooh, whole PR. Oh my gosh, Q Donkey's going where no man ever has wanted to go before. Whole props. Q Donkey came back in a blaze of glory. Whole props.
Oh, Lexi Hole.
Does she even have props? I didn't even see her props.
Yeah, she probably does. With her, man.
Oh my gosh!
For me, it's either
bro,
it's fantasy or nothing.
She sits on the court like you don't even know she's playing. That's how bunk she is. She is bunk. But I guess she doesn't blend in with Sophie anymore with that blonde hair, so maybe we'll notice her a little bit more. We'll see.
Yeah, for real.
You have props, though? I don't have props over here. 13 and
yeah, there's a couple of them. I think she's on Underdog.
Oh, she's on
Underdog. A little bit on Prizepicks.
Okay, no books. That's what it is. All right.
Yeah, really tough scoring spot from her. I mean, she's going to have to be really efficient from 3, which, I mean, we haven't really seen much of that at all. I mean, she was a sweat-free under the other day, but she's going to be thrust in more of a starting role now. So, biggest thing about her, she just plays an unhinged amount of minutes whenever her coach actually leaves her out there. So if I had to pick, I mean, I would really be looking for fantasy because she just does a little bit of everything. And I don't know if I could comfortably ride with somebody whose points are only at 7.5 and still is hitting that at 33% on the season. So the rebounds, I will say the rebounds, I could get behind this. It is something that she's going to be doing a little bit more so, but mostly just, I mean, 3 and D and then hitting the glass. So if I had to pick, I like the rebound upside. I don't like anything else.
Derek agrees.
She sucks.
Sucks what, E? Derek says sexy Lexi does get the boards at home, though. He agrees with the rebounds. I like that. This one's interesting. Yeah. Money 28 brain. And guys, if you have any comments or anything you're looking at, throw them in the chat. This I like seeing what other people are thinking. It's fun. Money 28 brain says, think about it. If Tiffany Hayes goes over 1.5 turnovers, she's gonna try to have a good game and pick up a couple turnovers. Basically, he's saying Tiff Hayes coming back. Do you like her turnovers? And I know you love turnovers in general, so did you look at that?
Yeah, I mean, it's something that kind of was on the radar. Phoenix has been really solid. They were actually leading the league in turnovers for a hot minute. Looks like that kind of tapered off a little bit, unfortunately, but still not a bad spot. I feel a little bit better about it if we got news that Copper was playing, because she's definitely one of their, more reasonable wing defenders. But yeah, I wouldn't mind that. Feel better if Copper played, though.
Yeah, Copper was a big part of that blowout, huh? Her not being in that game. I couldn't watch the second half,
fast.
but
Chloe Bibby is out, so that presents a little bit more of a different dynamic for Indiana here. Let's go back to that real fast.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so because she was technically, I know they have her listed as a forward, but she's definitely a guard on this team. So now they lose her. It's going to put us down to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 active players. When did Petty get here? Okay, so the 19th. So they had a little bit of time with her. Okay, so now I would not fuck with any kind of unders. They're going to be really shorthanded here. Let's take a look at this. So Kelsey Mitchell, Odyssey Sims, and Lexi Hull should be pretty well locked into 30-plus minutes at least today. Howard, I think probably about the same situation, but coach has still been a little bit weird with her minutes, and then Boston should get a hefty run here. But that's gonna make the wing situation a little bit more thin. So a little bit of a boost to Lexi rebounds. I kind of like that because they're going to play her a little bit more predominantly as a stretch forward. And then Sims and Kelsey Mitchell will be doing pretty much all the ball handling duties. Okay. Interesting. Well, that sucks. I would not take any unders on Indiana now, and that's in that case.
Okay. Sims, you're off the list. Get out of here, Odyssey. What do you call her if you're like you're her friend or something? You call her Odds? What's up, Odds? Or you call her? You can't call her that full name. That's too long.
I don't know.
Dubbo! That's better. Like that. Anyways, check this one out though. Fly Price says, do you think Dom Malanga gets at least 15 minutes tonight? When she does, she almost automatically scores 9.5. I love Dom Malanga. I love her. She's fucking dope. And I love that she's like 5 years old. And they still just go to her and say, Ezzy, go sit down. Dom is in the game now. Watch somebody who can actually take the ball and score and rebound. She is what? 6 foot? What? 6'6"? She's up there. She's gonna be good.
She's taller than that, man.
She's gonna be good in this league.
Woo-wee. 6'6".
6'6". She's like, I think she's 19 years old. Wild.
Yeah, she's super young, that's for sure. Yeah, so I mean, it is definitely based on the minutes here. Her matchup could be, I think, possibly the more difficult one. She's going to be seeing a lot of Hines Allen off the bench and that smaller unit they've been playing. Now, I do think she could be an absolute unstoppable force on the glass, so maybe that's a lot of offensive putbacks or second chance points. So I do like the rebounding upside. She should be able to tower over a lot of these players. Is Lee Rue still out, or she suited up last game? Oh no! Did she get hurt for the season?
Yeah, she's out.
Mm-hmm. She's done. Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's done. So I love the rebounding upside. I think positional wise, they're going to have a lot of trouble containing her. But the second unit could commit to a lot of doubles and try and just specifically shut her down. So we could see the 3-point line open up a little bit more there. Don't know if I trust the scoring. I would love to get a PR or PRA fantasy, something like that. But you're definitely paying for the minutes. So you're paying for minutes.
And you're paying for her just being cool to, the new person to bet on. Her lines are a tiny bit too high, I feel like. They could work, but it's scary, man. Like you said, she could go out there and play 18 minutes. Fuck that. That's rough.
It's a low sweat, though, bro. It's such a low sweat. I get it, man. I mean, if you want to play it, this would be an ideal matchup for it. Didn't Brink even just go off against Dallas too? Or am I tripping?
Brink went the fuck off last game.
Yeah, She had 11 on them too. So pretty close comparison here. I mean, Malonga's got a hell of a lot more of a bag than Brink does, but still similar size, man. I think they might not be able to contain her.
I think the smart way, because we've been doing it this way now. We have pregame, we have live. If you look at what she does in the first half live and you see the game is close, it gives you a better chance at looking at taking her overs for the second half, I would think. You know, that option of seeing what they're doing first before you actually bet, because Seattle can put Dallas away, right? They should. And then you're stuck. I guess she'll play. You think she'll play garbage minutes?
Who, Malonga?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, she'll be out there for that at least.
Okay. Well, that makes me like it a little bit better. Dwayne Harris says Ezzy PR going at who Malonga takes her minutes sometimes. Although they do play together a few times, I have seen. So 28, 28, 27. She's down a little.
Yeah, I mean, that is kind of an unfortunate thing, is they're just going to be a thorn in each other's side. So coin flip from game to game, who gets the nod on playing closer to, for Malonga, it's closer to 20 minutes, for Ezzy, closer to 30 minutes. I worry a little bit about Ezzy here, because she could match minutes with Louisa on the other side, which I think bodes really, really well for her. But if they go with more of the Hines Allen setup and less of her, she could kind of lose out to them going smaller. Because we've seen that too with Seattle, where they basically just play Malonga or NECA out there as a stand-in five, and then they just load up with a bunch of wings. So that is something that Dallas is likely going to do, and I don't know how Coach is going to play this on the other side there. So. And that's also why I'm not super, enamored with Malonga either, because that could be one of the situations where if this unit's not playing well, then Coach is going to go with the other unit. So just a few question marks there. I mean, Ezzy, not a favorite player at all this year. She's been so disappointing to see, but still playing her defense. I mean, I think fantasy kind of worth a shot, but field goal volume is definitely hard cap on her.
Hugh Donkey says Malonga can dunk.
Indeed. Yeah, we'll see it at some point.
We will. She's dope. I can't wait to see how she progresses. All right, we're at the end of the questions. We're at 31 likes. We had 50, 60 watching, right around there. Appreciate you guys. We're to the end unless you want to say something else.
No, man, I think we're going to probably skedaddle with that one. Today, Prizepicks kind of threw a wrench in our plan with taking away the protected play, but we are going to make some moves here. I think live betting is going to be really phenomenal today. We'll see some of these teams with fatigue settle in on the back-to-backs, and then tomorrow, much better slate. So this weekend, I think really, really good slates lined up ahead of us, but today we'll proceed with a little bit of caution, no donations, and hopefully tonight we got some soccer going on, a little bit of baseball, and maybe some NPB later as well. So we'll tap in. Make sure you guys check out the Discord. Again, links down below. Still running the 7-day free trial for that. And Underrated, you got anything else for us?
No, sir, man. Let's just trust the process, continue forward, and like you said, let's do some live betting and see how it works. And we will be out of there with more money than we started with, if the plan goes correct, which I believe it will.
Woo-woo! That's the plan. Wait, we appreciate you guys. It's been another awesome week here hanging out. We will be back on Monday, normal streaming schedule, but we're here all weekend in the Discord. So come check it out. Come win some cash with us. And with that note, good luck tonight. We'll catch y'all back here later. Peace.